Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be playing with some alcohol inks. I do have some pearl powder or pearl inks, regular inks, mixative, a couple of mixatives. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to use my black mixed media paper. This is from Strathmore. This, I just cut it in half so that it will fit. Actually, I did 5.5 inches over so that it will fit easily on my plate. Now, to do black card, you do need to have kind of like a base layer of either some white or some of the pearls. So I'm also going to pull out blending solution and 91% alcohol, and I do like this alloy gilded one. Is the one that kind of breaks up when you use it, so just have to make sure all of these get mixed really well. So I'm going to mix these up real well and then I'll get started. Alright, using my 5x7 gel plate, and I think I'll start by putting down some blending solution. Now, if you're not familiar with which to use with which medium, blending solution is typically all the ones that require you to shake. So mixatives, any of the pearls, and any of the alloy would require the blending solution. The just plain alcohol works best with just the regular alcohol inks. Okay, so just gonna put some white down. Just kind of get that to move before I add any of my colors. Just using my squishy tool, my ink blower tool from THoltz. You can also use the brayer, and I might use this small brayer, but I do like how this one doesn't spread it out too quickly. Gives more working time. I'm going to be doing several layers on here, so I'm okay with piling on the blending solution. So I think that's probably a good base layer for my white. So now I can start adding my colors. I'll probably go in with, I really like this purple twilight color. I'm trying to mix the purple with the white. If the purple just sits on top of the white, you probably won't see the purple through to the other side. Okay, glue some of my monsoon. I think that's a really pretty blue. It's like a navy blue, kind of. In Distress Colors, it reminds me of Uncharted Mariner. I'll go in with some of my Scorch now. This is like an orange color in the pearl. Now the orange and the blue will mix to give a brown color, which looks pretty cool actually. It's hard to get a brown that kind of mimics these colors, except by mixing. Then I will go in with this Intense, kind of like a red color. Also in the pearl version. Now these are all pretty much in the same kind of color family. The orange is getting a little bit out there, but I do think I need to add in either one of my greens or yellows. Thinking green. This green will look really nice. I'll stick to where the blues are. Okay, try that. Put in a little more white. Okay, so now that's all still pretty wet. I've got this really big leaf texture. Just press that in. Cool. Okay, so you can see the white. And on here, definitely leaves the white behind. I also have this little postage stamp. I'm stamping it off in between. Oops. Okay, and I'm going to clean that. Now I can't get it to dry here, so I'm just going to use some of my paper just to see if I can pull up any of the wet areas. Oh, so that's pretty good. I'm actually going to come in with, I'm going on black paper, and I think if number one, this is dry, so I need to have a way to transfer it. So thinking I'll use the white. It's starting to dry here, so let's see if I can move fast enough. Okay, so I'll let that sit and dry until I feel like that is completely adhered. Okay, this is really thick paper, so I'm actually just going to flip it. And that pulls up really nice. Plus I'm not bending my paper. Okay, so let's see. That's really neat because you can still see the leaf impression. See where the paint was a little bit thicker, the ink. But that's really cool. And that's on black paper, so definitely very neat. I do want to try one more without using the white paint, working kind of fast. So for my next piece, I'll just use the alcohol inks. So let's do that really quick. I think for this one, I'm going to put color down first, just the regular inks, and then I'll put the ones that are pearl and white over the top. Let's see if I try that opposite this time. This one is rosewood. It's kind of like a maroon color. I used to have raisin. Actually, I still have a little bit of raisin left as one of my first colors from Ranger, and this one is the most similar. And these are pretty much my primaries, so if I add yellow in, I think that'll cover all the primary colors, plus purple. Okay, so let's mix that up a little bit. It's harder to see what colors these are because the gel plate is yellowed, but I can kind of see. Like this is turning into purple over here. This is a little bit orange on this corner, green with the blue and the yellow. Okay, just kind of getting those to blend together a little bit. And then I will go in with my white. Actually, at this point, I think I'll add in my gilded. And I will want to make sure I add some of my 91% alcohol, or sorry, the blending solution on these so they'll move around. Put in a little of my white. Gonna do a decent amount this time. Keeping in mind I'm pulling this from black paper, so definitely want all of the colors to show. That white dries really fast. So I'll add a little bit more. Okay, I think that's going to be good. Blend it out. Still want to get a leaf texture, so I'm going to do the same leaf. And this time, I'm going to pull this up while it's still wet. All right, and this is alcohol ink, so it should adhere pretty quickly. And then I'll show you the difference, pulling it with paint versus just pulling it straight from the alcohol inks on the gel plate. Very interesting. Not at all what I expected. So much different. So obviously this one pulled up all of the colors because of the white. This one, even though I put white in the background, it did not pick up. It only picked up on the gold. That's okay. Now I know. What if I just use my pearls and do a background with just pearls, the metallics? Then I know those will show. This one, this one. Those three are nice together, and maybe my gunmetal. So then for this, I'll put my blending solution down. Ooh, gunmetal is kind of like silver. It's pretty. This is the Radiant. It's kind of a yellow color. Scorch. And my Intense. This is a really pretty red. It's almost a purpley plum color. Okay, a little bit more solution. Look really nice. Okay. And since these don't really take on the impressions like paint does, I'm going to skip doing an impression. I'm just going to pull this while it's still wet right over the last one that I did. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oh, that's pretty. So that definitely picks up on more of the colors. Now there is still some left on the plate, so I can probably just use my white. Okay. I'll roll that out, and then I'll use copy paper for this last one. And this should clean the plate. Oops. I'm going to do just this little bit of texture. Okay. Okay, and now I will let that dry. Okay, so let's see how this one turned out. So it did pull up all the paint and the alcohol inks that were left on the plate. It looks a little messy. Don't love it, but I definitely like this first one the best. So this one, you can see the leaf impression. You can see that little bit of stamping on the corner. Yeah, I think this is the winner for this session. This one would work well to maybe do a die cut words and use this to die cut something. And maybe same for this one. If I cut this one down or put a shape over this, like a circle or something, and frame it, I think that will look better. But just as is, I don't really love this one. But I definitely do love this one. All right, so that concludes my little bit of jelly plate alcohol ink experiment on this black mixed media paper. I don't know I think I have a lot more playing around to do. I'm still learning the medium and the paper and what I like best. So I'll probably do some more playing around with that to see what I like better. All right, well, thanks for being here and watching, and I will see you in the next video. Happy crafting!